this is my business, so when you go out there, you're representing me, so I don't want people to be like, oh, who did that hair? That's ugly, so I need to do it the way I want. That's the attitude of hairdressers. And that's one of the reasons our hair was always short, because we went to hairdressers. In this video, I am sharing 5 things that I stopped doing to my hair to really start seeing a difference with regards to its length. Some of them may seem harsh, but I had to do it. It was important. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been where I am with regards to the health and the length of my hair. So girl, if you're interested, keep watching. This should be a quick video. I don't intend to linger on. So number 1, girl, is I became so fussy about who touches my hair. As someone that grew up in Africa, we always went to the salon to get our hair done. Hairdresser, blow it out, crying in pain, half the length on the floor, stretched to the gods, and in a braid or some kind of twist, protective style, whatever. I didn't have good experiences, okay? I hated dealing with my hair, and once I learned more about it and the fact that it's very fragile, I needed to handle it like silk, I became fussy about who touches my hair. I don't like people just going in there, oh, can I touch your hair? Pat, pat, pat. I hate that. I feel like that's personal space. You shouldn't just approach someone and touch them like that, okay? Like, anyway, I try to breathe. So I don't like people touching my hair just generally, but also like hairdressers and braiders and whatnot. I'm very specific. Like if I feel you pulling, we're not gonna finish the appointment. Yeah, you guys probably know Tadiwa. Tadiwa is a friend of mine. She's a braider. She's super talented. She does hair, and she's the only one who's touched my hair this whole year because I trust her. I can sort of negotiate with her and say to her, okay, let's not do this or let's do that and whatnot. When we were growing up, if you told a hairdresser that she's pulling your hair or whatnot, she'll be like, no, sorry, don't come back. Or this is my business, so when you go out there, you're representing me, so I don't want people to be like, oh, who did that hair? That's ugly, so I need to do it the way I want. That's the attitude of hairdressers. And that's one of the reasons our hair was always short, because we went to hairdressers. Let's be honest. Okay, that's number 1. So yeah, not everyone touches my hair because I know what it takes to get it to where it is. And one sitting with the wrong braider could just set you back years. That's just the reality. So I'm fussy about who touches my hair. No combs. My routine is very minimalistic and very simple. I generally leave in mini twists. These twists take me throughout the year, no problem at all. I finger detangle for most of the year. However, once or twice a year, I'll do a thorough detangle with combs and brushes. However, the point here is that I eliminated combs and brushes from my routine. Like, it's not part of my regular routine. I would do it twice a year, literally. And that's just to give myself a thorough detangle, remove all the shed hair, and then back to finger detangling. This has really, really dramatically reduced single strand knots, reduced my breakage, and really seen me retaining the most length. No heat. I've done a video about heat, but I did everything I could with heat to try and incorporate heat, use it here and there, and it left my hair in a bowl of split ends, single strand knots, tangles, brittleness, dryness. It wasn't working. So heat for me was a goodbye, and that really helped me start seeing not only the length but the health of the hair. It's so lovely to just touch your hair and there's no split end and there's no single strand knots after a trim. Meanwhile, when you use heat, like a week after using heat or 2 weeks after using heat, my hair would be just infested with them single strand knots and split ends. And that really just helped, just saw me stagnant at, you know, one particular length. For a couple of years, I just did not see much length. And when I eliminated heat, hello, waist length. The next one is I don't wash weekly. You guys know I've done a lot of videos on weekly washing, how to transition to weekly washing, why I don't weekly wash, you know, the truth about shampoos. Like, I've done so many videos, check them out. However, if you're new to my channel, you probably don't know. So I'm just gonna say that weekly washing to me was too drying. It was unnecessary. Number two, it came with a lot of manipulation, which saw a lot of breakage and saw a lot of lack of length retention. The minute I started prolonging the times between my wash day, I started seeing some results. However, I always say, if you're gonna do this, make sure you have a plan in place as to how you're gonna keep your scalp clean, whether you're using a boar bristle brush to brush your scalp, whether you're using massage or the scoop and spread motion to, you know, distribute the sebum onto your hair. You have to do something. You can't just not do anything for a whole month, because that then is not going to keep your scalp healthy, of which we want healthy hair, long hair, but we also want a healthy scalp. So that's that. Lastly, I stopped getting regular trims. I stopped. The reason I was needing regular trims was simply because of the single strand knots and the split ends that were just rampant. The minute I eliminated that heat, really nailed my moisture routine, and started incorporating a real protein in my routine, the results showed. Protein, moisture, cleanse, protect, all the stuff that we already know. However, trims for me this time around is just like as required. Okay, I'm not on a schedule per se. I try to stick to maybe 1 trim per year or 2, but it's definitely not a schedule. I feel my hair, I touch it, I assess it. If I need a trim, I'll trim. If not, I don't. And that way, I'm able to retain length. The reason I am able to go for so long without trimming my hair is because I've mastered moisture. I've mastered my protein, I've mastered my protective styling, my cleansing, all that stuff. So the hair simply doesn't need a trim. That's it. So guys, I hope 1 or 2 things has been beneficial. I'm gonna leave this video here. Until next time, it's Coily Diaries. Bye.